because big news coming out of Ukraine, you guys, because Ukraine legalizes cannabis for medical use, you guys. That's right. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky signed into law a bill legalizing the medical use of cannabis, a parliamentary database shows on Thursday. More than 6 million people, including cancer patients, civilians with post-traumatic stress disorder, and wounded soldiers need medicine containing cannabis, according to a lawmaker. The bill signed by Zelensky on Tuesday would only come into force 6 months after it is officially published, and the ban on selling or supplying cannabis for adult use purposes would remain in effect. Parliament backed the legislation supported by wartime volunteers in December, but politicians from the party of former Prime Minister Yulia Tymoshenko prevented it from going to Zelensky for his signature. They believe the law represents a threat to the country's future. The Ukrainian health minister backed the legislation. It must produce a list of diseases and conditions for which medical cannabis should be prescribed, and the legislation envisages special licenses for the cultivation and sale of cannabis, as well as 24-hour video surveillance of producers accessible by police, it says. So shout out to Ukraine. Congratulations, guys. It sounds like in 6 months, you guys are going to have a medical cannabis program. And who knows, maybe you'll get some foreign aid from Canada from all of their booth production facilities, but who knows? And this is Jason Beck for the High at 9 News. What do y'all have to say about this?
I'm saying it's a positive, I guess, for the people.
I think it's fantastic.
There. They've been going through a lot of stuff, man. These last couple of years, and waning support. While they see a lot of other stuff going on too. So I mean, big ups to Ukraine on getting this done. I wonder if they'll be up and running quicker than New York. You know.
Well, I mean, it depends on how fast they vote that foreign aid package.
Yeah, let's see if they have a country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they're gonna have a
call your senators program. And Congress people, please.
They're gonna have a program in six months, Dale, a medical program. I wonder who's gonna grow the weed out there.
Yeah, I just want to point out real quick that we may not even have a grain deal for Ukraine. Can we just tiptoe back into reality that the cities have been leveled and hundreds of thousands of people displaced and killed in their homes?
It's very sad.
Okay.
Very, very sad.
I'm glad it's not illegal for them anymore, and I'm glad that they have an opportunity to utilize cannabis, but I just, we're talking about a flower growing in a minefield here.
I mean, it is a weed, though, Dale. I have seen weeds grow through concrete.
And let it grow, let it bloom. Like I said, I agree, more power to it, but let's not, pretend that they're in a great spot to just launch businesses right now. They can barely feed themselves.
That's very true. I don't think anyone was trying to say that in the first place. But I think but we have to look at... It's also
a sign of the...
Go ahead, Dr. T.
It's also a sign of the times, right? Mm-hmm. Back in the Vietnam days, we weren't approving cannabis at all, and during wartime, although people were using it. Mm-hmm. Now, Ukraine's in the middle of war, and they're acknowledging cannabis as an important medicine for their current situations. Mm-hmm. So, sign of the time, we are progressing.
Jason, I'm not trying to come down on you. I think I'm salty because I was going to start my story by just honoring Alexei Navalny, the Russian lawyer and freedom fighter who was killed in a Russian prison today on a walk in weather that was the equivalent of 27 degree below zero. Great day for a walk. So, it's just we've got to acknowledge the reality of the world. So forgive my saltiness. It's not towards you. It's towards.
I don't ever take anything personal, Dale. I love some salty spice because it makes everything nice.
Oh, you're bringing the red.
Yes,
I know.
And also, right. Jason isn't a person.
Jason is. What are you trying to say? But shout out to Ingrid Faye. With a super chat going on. She says, we appreciate all the work that goes into this show. So thank you so much, Ingrid. We appreciate you tuning in all the time. And thank you, too, for sending that story that I'm going to be reading later on because Stone Slade's internet is out today. Yes. Any other comments on this before we roll into Dr. Talleyrand? Anyone? All right.
No, I think it's a major positive move forward. I hope other countries take note, and I think it'll be interesting, given this, if Joe Biden will even mention it.
Mm-hmm. And shout out to Demetrius Daniels, who comments, who happens to be sitting right next to Adam, that says, by the way, Adam's hair is looking particularly perfect today. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Birds of a feather. Yes, birds of a feather. That's right. They flock together. Oh, yeah. Coming up next, he's the founder of Medican and the founder of the CESC. And Medican is where you want to go if you want to know how to be able to purchase a half a pound of cannabis legally in the state of California.